Hello there, Pursuing Freedom friends. Thank you, as always, for being with us today. I've got a fun interview for you here with Hannah Gorlick, and she is out of the Seattle area in Washington State. And Hannah is the CEO and co-founder of an app and a company called Doorside. And the truth of the matter is, I was kind of stalking her on Instagram and was really impressed by her messaging, which is very insightful. And the product that she and her partner have created is really revolutionary. And it's going to be coming national. There's ways that you can actually access it on a national level. So I'm not going to waste too many words trying to explain stuff that I don't really understand that well anyway. So Hannah, I love your brilliance. I love your mind. And I'm really glad that you're sharing your story with us today. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your backstory in the industry and how you came to develop this product that is going to be so supportive to real estate agents in today's day and age.
Wow. Thank you for a beautiful intro. I really appreciate that. My name's Hannah. I am a licensed real estate agent. I've been selling real estate in the Seattle area for about 4 years now. I'll give you a little bit of background on my story. So I started when I was in college. I was going to a really expensive university, and I was looking kind of for a new way to help pay for tuition. So I kind of fell into real estate and I dabbled in it part-time, and I studied strategic communications with an emphasis on branding and marketing. And so I was also looking for an opportunity to kind of try out my hand at my own branding skills and to be able to create an aesthetic brand that I felt like really represented me. And I thought that real estate was a really interesting industry and a space to be able to try doing that. So that's kind of just originally what drew me into the industry. When I graduated college, I tried really jumping in full time, but it was really hard for me to find sustainable income. I was definitely on that cycle of constantly looking for leads and never really having enough money coming in. So I was always working the part-time hustle. And I know a lot of real estate agents could really relate to that. It's you really want to be able to commit full time, but your income just isn't really there yet. So I was always working these part-time jobs that made it harder and harder to fully commit. And I feel like it made it so my success was kind of prolonged, right? And then I was really kind of looking for an opportunity, and I saved up as much money as I could. And I went abroad for about a year, and I was backpacking through the Middle East, Northern Africa, Western Europe. I just spent a lot of time. I was hitchhiking, just really being a bum, doing my own thing. And I came back home, and I was just looking for something new, kind of looking to reinvent myself. But I ended up going back into real estate again. I think a lot of real estate agents, we always fall back into it because it's something that we know how to do, and it's kind of easy to get back into. And I started working for a really successful realtor as his buyer's agent. And I started looking for ways to earn money that wouldn't make me have to work that coffee job again or work that job at the restaurant again. I really wanted to come back and say, okay, I'm really committing to real estate. How can I make this sustainable, and how can I make this work for me? And so that meant asking other realtors in the office that I was in if I could help them with tasks like showings or open houses or inspections. And so I started providing these really helpful services for other agents that gave me income that allowed me to focus on building my business. And at the same time, it was providing incredible relief for some of these agents in the office that were really, really stressed out. And the more that I started doing that, the more that I saw that, hey, this is a systemic problem. And it's not only happening in the office that I'm working in, it's happening with real estate agents all across the US, because I was in Facebook groups and I was reading posts of, agents saying that, hey, I'm trying to go on vacation the first time in 10 years. I'm super stressed. What do you guys do? And I just saw an incredible market opportunity to create a technology platform that connected agents together the same way that you can get an Uber ride or that you can book a dog walk, right? The on-demand immediacy and help that real estate agents need, successful agents and new agents, to be able to connect them together so that they can be more effective with each other and ultimately live more successful, productive, and balanced lives. And that's just the mission behind Doorside. And that is how it started. And I have been pursuing building this technology and creating this community for real estate agents for the last year. And yeah, I'm just really passionate and really excited about sharing it with people across the US.
Awesome. So it's fascinating to me. How did you find yourself in real estate at such a young age, even when you were just in college? I feel like so many people in our industry find real estate after other careers, that somehow they want this more time freedom, more flexibility, or whatever. So, how did you stumble into it at such a young age?
I was dating a loan officer.
Okay, that's amazing. That's a first. That's a first for pursuing freedom, listeners, and for me. I love it. Oh my gosh, that's
Yes.
awesome. So,
So, yeah.
when you, I like how you said that when you came back and you wanted to avoid taking on the coffee job or the restaurant job for that extra money, and that you started to ask other agents if you could help them in some way. So, what did that look like at first? I mean, what did you see was the primary need of successful realtors, and how were you showing up as a support for them?
That's a really great question. Honestly, it happened really organically. I was approached by another real estate agent in my office. She said that I'm going on vacation. She had a close relationship with the realtor that I was working with as his buyer's agent. So she approached him and said, "I'm trying to go on vacation. I haven't been on vacation in 10 years, and I need showing support for my client. They're pretty needy. They need to see a couple places. Could your buyer's agent show them some properties for me? I'll pay her $200 for every door she opens." And to me, I was just like, oh my gosh, like at the time, $200, like that was really, really helpful for me. And it obviously was extremely helpful for her at the same time. So that just kind of opened up the door for me to realize like, hey, I can just kind of ask people or just make myself available, right? Like just share with the office that I would love to support you and assist you in those things. And that's just kind of how it started.
Well, it's interesting to me that at such a young age, you have the intuition to recognize the need and then want to fill it. Just out of curiosity, did you grow up in an entrepreneurial household? I mean, were your parents entrepreneurial or?
My dad ran his own business. He was a chemical sales rep, which is not that exciting. So I would say not entirely no.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very impressive that you had the wherewithal to identify the need and then start creating a solution, which is incredible to me. And you talked about this systemic problem that we talk about a lot on the show here, where you've alluded to the struggle at the beginning, right? Like not everybody is the rookie of the year, and a lot of us experience struggle in the early years trying to find that traction and sustainability. And then there's the flip side, which is the struggle of the successful, where they don't know how to turn off the switch at all because they're so grateful for the success. So they find themselves working ridiculous hours and not taking vacation for 10 years, et cetera. So I like that you're creating a platform to connect. The idea is new and successful agents, but can you dig in specifically what that means? Like how exactly are folks going to find each other, and how are they going to support one another? And, like what is the ideal client looking for when they find your product?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So we have two different product offerings. We have kind of like a gig economy platform that's like a public community platform that connects real estate agents together across different companies or brokerages. So how that particular platform works is if you're interested in an opportunity to earn cash for showings, open houses, sitting in for inspections, delivering keys, tasks like that. Then you can apply online. You go through an application process. You go through like a technology onboarding process and an orientation. So we actually we vet people out to make sure that they're to like a certain level of standard in order to come onto the platform. So that's how it works if you want to come on to the platform to earn. And if you want to book services on that platform, then you would just create a free account. Put in your details, your information, you log in, you select the services you need, you book the date and time, you put in the property details, and then you will get matched with a opener on our platform. So we call the agents who are providing services on the platform openers. So you get matched with an opener. You're able to then communicate. And then after they fulfill the service for you, they send you a follow-up message to the app. And then you provide them with a rating and a review. So really similar to kind of like booking an Uber ride, in the sense of how you're able to really quickly be able to connect and get help. And the goal right now is that we're trying to be able to, when the app launches, to be able to provide service within 3 hours. And we hope as like the community in the markets in which we launch continue to grow, that speed will just get faster. Yeah. And then our secondary platform is called Doorside Black. That is an internal solution for brokerages and franchisors. And so as a brokerage, you can completely customize the app to fit your company's branding. You know, you put your logo in, your colors, your fonts. And the goal of this tool is to internally connect your agents together so that internally they can be more effective with each other. It's a great way to attract and retain top talent because you can bring people in, help them build a lean business. They can grow and scale a team sustainably using the internal resources, using rookies. And this gives rookies a fantastic opportunity to earn income and gain experience while they're doing their training. So hopefully it allows them to sustain longer and actually become successful realtors.
Wow. You're like a genius. I mean, this is amazing. I'm really blown away. The irony is that I had already written down the question, how do you address the scarcity mindset of somebody who is going to, hire an opener from another company and worry that they're going to try to steal the client and all that other stuff. And it sounds to me like Doorside Black is the solution for anybody who has that reservation of handing over access to someone who is outside of their organization. Would that be fair assessment there?
Yeah. And I mean, on the community platform, just on the Doorside community platform, there's a strict no poaching policy. So all of the openers sign like a no solicitation policy. So the people on the platform are like really there to build relationship with other agents, to provide helpful services, and to just be of assistance. And the people that I interview and that I talk to, the agents right now that are on our wait list, they're just fantastic, loving, wonderful people. And everybody says, I got into this industry to help people. And if that means helping my own clients, or if that means helping other real estate agents, like my purpose in life is to serve and to help. And I think that's why a lot of agents are in this business. And those are the kinds of people that are on our platform. And so just being able to talk to people and starting to like understand what the needs are on both sides has been really beautiful. Yeah. And then Doorside Black platform is it's really for a forward thinking brokerage franchisor who already has like a fantastic internal training program, who's really looking to level that up, to not only provide great training on the books, but to provide the new rookies that they're training an opportunity to gain income, to build their skills, and then to allow the agents within their office to leverage these resources to grow their business at scale, right? Because not everybody is just organically a fantastic leader or a manager. And when you start to grow a team, you have to grow into these roles. And sometimes you'll take somebody on in the slow season, or you'll take somebody on when it's busy. And then when it gets slow, you have to let them go, right? Or they're no longer relevant on your team. They're costing you money. They're costing you overhead. So the idea is that you can leverage people internally who are going to be of greater value for these low value tasks. And then this allows you to grow your business sustainably at scale without having to pay overhead or dedicate time for training.
Wow, this is fascinating. And I mean, you're hitting the nail on the head on all levels. Let me ask you a question. When you mentioned the application process for the openers and weeding them out, I mean, what kind of criteria did you establish to be sure that you're doing a good job of that? Because that's obviously going to be a really important piece of the puzzle for you.
Yeah, great question. So we start out with just general situational type questions to kind of gauge a real estate agent's comprehension level on things like property representations or transaction representations and warranties, judgment of character type questions, because we're really looking for somebody who understands that when you're providing assistance for another agent on their behalf, you're providing it on their behalf. And you're not to say anything about the condition of the property or the condition of a transaction, or to really give your own opinion in a client facing service, right? You're really there to be helpful, to provide information that you can get on the MLS and to direct all of their questions back to that client's real estate agent. So just off the bat, looking for people who inherently understand that and then moving them through the process from there. Also, just being able to understand and use the app. I mean, it's very, very easy to use, but they have to pass a technology comprehension quiz within the app just to make sure that they understand the importance of it as a communication tool so that they can provide quality service by providing quality communication in the form of a follow-up message.
Cool. And then you mentioned that opener is the name of the person who can be hired. What is the name? How do you refer to the user? Is it just user, or are they the client, or how do you refer to them?
Usually just like a booking agent, like an agent who's booking. Yeah.
I think it's really interesting that it's free to them. Much like you mentioned, using Uber is free. And I like the idea that it's not something that seasoned agent has to sign up and pay for, at least not at this time, because I think that there is a little bit of a fear when it comes to hiring, scaling, using resources, and so many successful people wait for far too long before they actually go and take the leap. And so the fact that you're making this so easy for the booking agent to be able to have access to support is just really, like I said in the beginning, revolutionary. I knew it was cool. Now I'm realizing it's just completely genius. So talk to us right now about the market that this is available in currently for the listener. If somebody's like, I need this yesterday, where are you available right now?
Yeah. So right now we have been doing a beta in Seattle. So we haven't launched in the city of Seattle yet. So right now you can go onto our website, and if you're interested, you can join the wait list if you're interested in using the community platform and connecting right away. So you can go on and you can join the wait list. And then if you are a designated broker or a broker owner or an owner of a franchise, and you're interested in getting this platform internally for your agents, we can give you a demo now. We can scale that and build that for you now. And then you can also sign up online. We can give you a demo and kind of go through the process if you're interested in seeing how the technology can help your agents internally be more effective with each other and create better culture and leverage and scale.
So if I'm listening and I'm a real estate agent, say in Denver, Colorado, and I'm like, I want this and I want this right now. Can I contact you and say, hurry up and bring this to Denver so that you know what market to go to next after Seattle?
That would be really helpful. Yeah. So on the list, when you sign up, it asks you what state you're in. And so we're definitely gauging a pulse on kind of which areas we have a large concentration of agents who are interested in using this platform. And then we're also, totally open for partnerships and opportunities with other like-minded and scaling technology companies that offer value to real estate agents in similar spaces. And so if you have a strong following in your market and you're interested in doing something with us, we would love to hear from you as well.
Okay. Now, when you mentioned in other states where there's a high concentration of need, would you say that this product, as it continues to roll out, which is, there's no question this is going to explode. It's just so smart. Are you envisioning that this is going to be a statewide platform or a citywide platform, and then you have to roll it out in each individual city? Or is it going to be like, all right, Washington State is done, and now we're ready to move to the state of Colorado, and we roll it out statewide all at once? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. From the standpoint of the way that the marketplace works, it makes the most sense for us to enter into a city to start building the opener provider network and then opening it up for agents to book, because we need agents on the provider side in order to fulfill services. But from what we found, there's so many agents who are really excited about this opportunity. My email's blowing up daily from agents who are really excited and looking forward to being able to open doors and help other agents. So yeah, we would definitely enter into a market, grow the provider base, and then open it up within the city for agents to be able to book and get help.
Yeah, the thing is that, the folks that when I refer to we need this and we need it yesterday, that's not just for the seasoned agents who are in dire need of some support, but also for those agents that are new. And it's February as we record this. So this is a high time of, a little bit of stress and insecurity and fear in our industry on an annual basis, even for seasoned vets. This time of year when things slow down in a lot of markets and we all start to second guess ourselves, and we could all use that extra income. So, I mean, anyone who's listening, I'm sure, could find value in the use of this product. So, how do folks get a hold of you? What's the best way to get a hold of you? And are there any other kinds of inquiries you're looking for other than I want this in my market and I want it now, or I own a brokerage and I want this internally and customized for my company? Is there anything else we didn't cover that this can serve?
I would say if somebody wants to get access to it now from the brokerage perspective or wants to join the list, you can go to getdoorside.com. The main page will go ahead and lead you to be able to sign up as an agent. And then if you're interested as a brokerage and franchise perspective, there's a tab up at the top. You can click on that, and that will kind of guide you through being able to either request a demo or request more information. And additionally, just other like-minded scaling companies in the technology space that are offering value to real estate agents. We're definitely looking at things like partnerships and integrations. If we serve a similar need and we can benefit each other's businesses, we're totally open to having those exploratory conversations. And we've been having them, and they've been very exciting.
Awesome. And I love, even just the personal messaging that you are putting out there on your Instagram. So if folks want to follow you or get in touch with you personally, just to pick your brain, what's the best way to reach you, find you, follow you?
Good question. You can find me on Instagram at Hannah the Agent. And also, I have my LinkedIn, Hannah Gorlick, for my LinkedIn account. I also post a lot of videos there. But Instagram is primarily where I'm posting, I would say, like value-based content for agents when it comes to growing your business around the technology space, and just kind of offering some alternative technology tools and ideas to help you grow at scale using kind of modern advantages.
Yeah, I mean, I learn something every time I watch one of your videos, which is why I started stalking you, because I just think you're amazing. So that's the beautiful thing about this world. We can just like find really cool people all over the place and love what you're doing and meet and become friends and help each other. So yeah, I just really appreciate you taking the time to share your story and this solution with the world. So thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity. And I'm so glad to connect with you. Today I was cooking breakfast and I was listening to one of your solo episodes where you're talking about gratitude. And I just thought it was such a beautiful sentiment to share. And as real estate agents, I think that we're finally stepping into the power and stepping into this role and being like, hey, we're not just realtors, like we're CEOs, like we do it all. And that means like taking on almost like a new level mindset for things like gratitude and creating routine and kind of doing all these things that allow us to grow these big, beautiful businesses that we want while remaining true to ourselves. And like, I'm so into your mission and I'm super into what you're providing to the industry and just to people, giving people tools to be better leaders, to be better leaders and be better humans. And so, yeah, just thank you for providing this platform and for having me. And it's just an honor and a pleasure to share what I'm doing with your community. So thank you.
Oh my God. Well, you're going to make me cry. So thank you. That was beautiful. And yes, all that is true. And I think we're on the same page, and I hope our listeners are too. And as always, to all my Pursuing Freedom friends out there, thank you so much for tuning in and for following along. And I hope that this podcast continues to provide value to you and encourage you on your journey to creating your dream life powered by your dream business. And as always, at the end, I like to plead with you, if you are enjoying this content, please be sure to leave a review, because it helps us to continue to attract these amazing guests and help this content get found by all the wonderful people doing amazing things just like you. I love and appreciate you. Make it an awesome day.